All right, good morning, guys. We're gonna take a little walk today with the ducks. Charlie, you wanna go get the ducks? And I don't know if you can hear them yet because I got this little lapel mic so that my audio is better, but I sure could hear them. They're pretty angry with me. I wanted you guys to see them come out today, so I've left them in later than normal. They're usually out probably 30 minutes ago, so they're more than ready to come out now. And one thing I have to always be mindful of, there's some eggs there in a hole, is when I go to let them out, there might be an egg or two right here by the gate. But to make sure the gate doesn't break the egg. Guys. And I gotta get in here and move these eggs that are right in front of the gate. So, come on, Charles. So that they don't get smashed by the ducks and broken. If we're not careful, we lose a few eggs here and there. You know, over a week, that can have to a dozen or even more. There goes little Brown on a flight. I don't know how much of I got her there. But this is every morning. This is typical. There'll be a muscovy or two. There's a muscovy there with everybody, but the general population of muscovy ducks just kind of hangs out and they kind of lollygag out. Looks like Arnold's limping. I'm wondering if he had a fight with one of the other drakes and maybe got a little tore up. He's been the big bad boy for a long time here. And there's a muscovy. Can't quite get over the fence with her clipped wings. And I think some of the other drakes are beginning to challenge them. But let's go get them their sprouts, because that's what they really want. Hans, did you get in a fight with Arnold? Huh? You know, when he recovers, he's probably going to clobber you. That's one thing about muscovies. The drakes will fight over the hens. And you can see they're kind of milling around because they know the sprouts are in the greenhouse. So it's about 30 degrees right now. See what the temperature in the greenhouse is. There's our one pretty little Welsh Harlequin there. That duck right there. We got 30 more of those coming. They're just beautiful ducks. It looks like a Bernie Sanders rally. Give me my stuff! We want free stuff! How you guys doing? You ready for breakfast? So I've had to do my sprouts in here, and I've tried something a little different to see if I can get better germination. I put one bucket in the other bucket. And as you can see, even with this cold weather, I mean, these things are frozen on the top from last night. I'm getting incredibly good yields now. I've gone to 5 scoops per bucket. I'll show you that in a second because these guys want to eat. All right, guys. It's hard to do with the switch arms here. Right hand. Usually, I take the bucket and I shake it like this and I leave a line to spread it out so there's less of a melee. They have more room to get in there. But it's kind of hard to do one-handed. But this is every morning. They found the last little place where I plopped the bucket down. And it'll be like this, but there's so much there. You can already see some of them are already leaving on their own. So they'll just have at it, and there'll be some leftovers. And everybody will go down to the tanks there to take a bath, and they'll come back 2 or 3 times during the day cleaning it up, and there'll be nothing left by the end of the day. But I'll show you real quick. You know how I make my sprouts every day. So I ran out of seed, so I've got 2 soaking buckets there. So they're soaking. So these buckets, you guys can see my rack system is too cold for it right now though. This is the oldest stuff and this is the youngest stuff. So I'll just stack the buckets and dump them through with the youngest on top and put them back. And instead of doing 3 in 2 different buckets for each day, I've gone to 5 in a single bucket and doing this stack thing. And by holding the moisture in, I'm getting a lot better germination. I'm getting a lot better growth. So for that to fit in my rack system, what I'm gonna probably have to do is get lids, cut the rims off the lids, and then put the lids in there, because if I stack these buckets like this, they won't fit in my rack system. But people ask, you know, what do you say, 5 scoops, 4 scoops, what do you mean? I use one of these things here. They sell them at Tractor Supply. So when you hear me say 3 scoops, 5 scoops, whatever of seed, that's what I'm using. So yeah, anyway, what you doing, Fox? Hanging out? Yeah. Don't get locked in, bud. But as you can see, like I said, everybody's had their breakfast already. And there's still actually quite a bit of seed there. Muscovies are coming in a little later. They're a little less assertive and aggressive. And just having at it. And once everybody has a bath, it'll be nap time. I actually have different places set up with water. I usually have it all in one place, but I've got 2 50-gallon stock tanks there. And way on the back swale, I've got 3 kiddie pools sitting there for them. So they'll probably work around the back side of the property over to there this morning. And they're gonna flip out when I finally let them into that west pasture field. They haven't been there since we rehabbed it. But speaking of rehab, we're gonna take a little bit of a walk here. I want to show you what I got done yesterday. So during the week, of course, I do my podcast, and short days in the winter, I mean, I'm lucky to get 2 hours of work in, so I got to really slam those 2 hours. And when I say working, I mean the outside work on the farm, because I also, of course, have to take care of the animals, do the daily chores and things like that. So when I say 2 hours of work, I mean 2 hours of like project work. So I did a little one yesterday. As you can see, I got quite a few trees left to plant this winter, and I want to get all of those in the ground before spring while they're still dormant. That is the best time to plant trees. So last year we put in this little micro swale with irrigation, and I planted it with about 50 rows of raguses, which are a really great wild rose, basically. Grow wonderful hips, and they did real well in here. And so then I came in, and basically just about where every sprinkler is, which are about 8-foot spacings, I put a fruit tree in. I'll tell you what I planted. That one there is a Gulf Ruby plum, and this is Arkansas black apple. This one here is some kind of a golden plum. I don't remember what the name is. Gold plum. I'll have to look it up on the paperwork. There's the carb laying on the ground behind it where I pruned it. I'll figure that out and get it relabeled. Always put 2 labels on your trees. I haven't gotten to that yet. That's a Dorset golden apple. It's a really good southern variety. Can handle the heat. Doesn't need much chill hours. You guys even in Houston and down further south can grow those. No problems. This is a peach. It is, no, it's a Blenheim apricot. That's the last one. Here's a peach. I'm not real happy with the structure of this tree. It's a Rustin red peach. I have to work on that structure. It really, for a tree out of the nursery, to have that vase shape be so tight, I may actually end up deciding to just give up on it and go ahead and prune it and create and make it break bud below that and create my own vase shape for it, because I'm really not happy with the way that looks, and I think it's gonna be hard to spread those branches. They're too sharp. And then this is a Satsuma plum. So I planted all 7 of those trees. I put down a layer of compost on the berm, and I mulched it with wood chips. You can see that's a little bit high there, but I use this native wood mulch because it'll stay in place a lot better than straw, and it breaks down and does a lot. So that's all I got done yesterday, but I was pretty happy with it for a day's work. 7 trees in the ground. Also pruned all the roses. People don't think cats are trainable, man. This cat follows me around this place. One day I'll have to have Dorothy do a video where I call him up trees. I can call him up a tree and he'll climb up a tree so I can pet him. Cats can certainly be, if not trained, conditioned. And he's a good one, I'm telling you. He's really fit in well around here. So's his sister. I'm sure she's not far behind. There she is. Hey, Dana. Two happy cats doing a good job on the farm for us. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. One quick thing I'll show you before we wrap up. We have a flower pot here, and there's a chocolate muscovy that when we clipped wings, we must have missed her because she's getting out. We had a flower pot right there where that ring is, and nothing in it because it was an annual that died back, and Dorothy was going to replant it. She had taken a nesting in there, and every morning we come out, she's in that pot. So I took the pot away to break her of it. Hopefully she'll figure out to nest in better places. Charlie's checking out the eggs. Hopefully he won't steal none. All right, guys, I got work to do. Hope you enjoyed this update on the Duck Chronicles.